let me tell you a story that happened to me last week. Got a text from my son, who's in third grade, his teacher, saying that he was mean to another student in music class and said something derogatory about the other student's mom. And that when the other student got upset, he laughed about it. And the teacher pulled him aside and said, I'm not going to have this in my class. We don't tease other students, and we're not going to be bullies or going to be mean. So I get this text, and I'm like, this, or email or whatever. And I'm like, geez, okay. What do we do about this? Right. So I text Jess, and I'm like, this is a crazy text. And she's like, yeah, let's get in touch with the guidance counselor. So he gets in touch with the guidance counselor. He had to go to the guidance counselor. He goes to the guidance counselor. He writes an apology letter to the kid. He says that in music class, they roast each other. And he told the kid that his mom is so fat, she broke her leg and gravy poured out. Because the kid seemed upset and he was trying to make him laugh. That he has never shown any mean behavior before, and then gave the apology letter to the kid. And I was like, well, that is a totally different email.
Right.
That I got from the teacher who was like, I just want to make sure your mom is so fat. Because me and my son do a lot of your mama jokes. And so,
right. Because they're the best.
Because they're the best. Your mom is so fat. And
also, he did it to another boy, too?
Yes, another boy.
Who fucking cares?
Who they were all roasting each other.
Right. If the teacher would have actually been listening, she probably would have heard 10 fucking your mom jokes.
Yeah, she wasn't. All she heard was the music teacher, and then they sent my son to the guidance counselor, and he explained the situation, and the guidance counselor was like, yeah, this sounds like boys being boys. He wrote him an apology letter. I think we're good.
Yeah.
So we're getting into one. We're getting into a subject now. Like, so you guys have definitely been in that position before where, like, an adult or a teacher or something says, hey, tell your kid, like, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, yeah, sure, I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah.
And then you, like, pull your kid aside and you're like, don't worry about them. Like, just.
Yeah, what actually happened here?
This person's a fucking nerd. And, you know what I mean? Like, just don't sweat it. Like, you're fine. Like, I've had times where, you know, like, the person I actually talked about on the show, one of the times was, the aftercare teacher like pulled me aside when I'm going to pick her up, and they're like, there's an incident today, blah, blah, blah. They tell me, I'm like, okay, what? And they're like, one of the moms said that being mean and said that the other kid was talking like a baby. I'm like, all right. Like, was the kid talking like a baby? I was like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking? Like, what are?
How old was your daughter at this point?
They were at that point. They were maybe like first or second grade.
So 7 or 8.
Yeah.
No, 5 or 6. First and second grades, 5, 6, 7, something like that. Yeah.
So it was like, all right. Another time they came. They're like, hey, you know, at this time during the after school thing, they work on their assignments, and they do it from this time to this time, and she wasn't doing it. I was like, all right, I'll go talk to her. And turns out in the beginning of the week, the teacher gives you it's like a tic-tac-toe box, and when you hit 3 in a row, when you do those 3 assignments, you are complete. So she knocks them out right away, and then on like Thursday, she's home free, so she can do whatever she wants.
Pretty fucking sharp. Tell it to ask me.
So I came back, and then this became like a reoccurring thing. The lady just like kept on it, and I was like, "Yo." Eventually, I was like, "Listen, until I hear from her teacher that something that she's not doing, like what she's supposed to do, like that it's not getting turned in, then it's an issue." I was like, "As of right now, there's nothing for me to do or say to her."
Yeah.
Like, it's just, some people are just going to be unreasonable and tell you to do it, and you kind of have to like play ball.
Also,
but you're like, my kid, I'm not fucking doing anything.
Also, if it's another parent going through another party to do it, right?
Yeah.
If the other
They
parent had
have
come
to, though.
up,
They have to, though.
no, that's the fucking bullshit.
No, but
because
they do.
If you told the parent, if the parent came up to me and said, Sally was making fun of my son Johnny,
You'll never
and said he
hear
was
Sally.
No,
though.
listen, no. If the fucking parent came, if I was a teacher and the parent came up to me and they said, Sally was saying Betty was talking like a baby, I was like, okay, what do you want to do? Well, we should tell Betty's parents. Why not? Okay, then come with me and you can tell Betty's parents. And they're
Won't
like,
happen.
well, I don't want to do it.
I know.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess it's not that fucking important, is it?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's crazy.
If you don't
crazy.
fucking have the balls to tell the other parent or have the kids go to the parent and say, hey, it really hurt his feelings. Can we get an apology? Yeah,
Dude,
if that was me, I'd be like, okay, she didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. Hey, no harm, no foul. Now they're pals. Right?
Dude, my
If
boy-
it's
my
not
boy
that
was in-
fucking important, then that parent's just a fucking chicken shit hiding behind the fucking teacher.
It's
That's the
it's-
fucking problem.
But it's the system too. My kid was in kindergarten. They were like, "Yeah,
No,
this boy
it's the
keeps-
cowards hiding behind the system. If it's a real thing that
It
you
is that.
need the
You're not
teacher to
wrong.
step in, if there's a real thing, then fine. Let the teacher step in, let him handle it, whatever. But that's not a real fucking thing.
My
It's
boy
not.
was-
Bullshit is not a real fucking thing.
I don't know.
That's abusing the system.
I don't know. My boy was in kindergarten, and there was like 3 days in a row. They're like, someone keeps biting him, and I was like, who? And they're like, well, we can't say, but we've talked to his parents. And I was like, no, who? Who's the kid? So I can tell him, is it Jacob? Keep him away. Is it Harry? Don't play with Harry. Like, no,
okay, that's a physical thing, though. That's physical.
Yes.
Okay, that's different from saying that's something that has to be written down and said. Saying someone you're talking like a baby when the kid was talking like a baby.
I hear you. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's a big difference between biting someone.
But they don't share none of that information is shared. Right? Like
they're also afraid that like the parents will go at it too in front of everybody and whatnot.
Well, should they?
And
wouldn't that be better?
Let them.
It depends what it is. Yeah, I think they should.
Important? How much does it matter to you?
I agree, because then they really will evaluate, like, is this something I want to like get into it with?
Because you can complain about everything if you're not the one that has to fucking deal with the repercussions. Because this person is getting off scot. They can complain about this, right? Like this isn't dealing with the bully, all right?
Yeah.
You're not dealing with shit. You're being a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Matt Lavelle is the perfect example of this. There's some like dad out there who's like, oh, I really don't want to have to fight this boxing instructor in my driveway.
I wouldn't fight anybody. Dude,
I guess I
don't give out free ass whoopings. All right, I don't fight for free anymore. Like this isn't like but also this is dumb. Like if he's coming up with some dumb shit, I'd be like, buddy, what are we doing here?
Or
what are we teaching our kids
me
here?
or
I agree.
Me or asking me to come to school to talk about this, but you can't give me the details. Like
I got to knock off
what's
work
going on
for this. Right. Yeah.
I got to show up at 2:00 on a Wednesday to have this conversation, but you can't tell me who's biting my son.
Right.
Because tell me it's Harry, and I'll tell him to bite him back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I've told my daughter that a million times. I was like, okay, then fuck it. If someone touches you, you fucking punch him right the fuck back.
Right
and if
back
it's a
in the
boy,
face.
you kick him in the dick. Okay? Kick him right in the fucking balls. No questions asked. And if that's the case, then you'll never get in trouble. I'll tell you that. You'll be perfectly fine.
Daddy discipline meets street justice on the Working Perspectives podcast.
I told her, I was like...
We all have daughters, man.
Dude,
you got
but also, is it okay to promote this tattletale culture? Right?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not okay to...
Which actually does not serve anything.
Of being a tattletale? Where do you get, like, because I'll tell you this, if you promote the tattletailing shit in your classroom, they're all going to be fucking tattletaling, because that's all they're going to do, right?
Yeah, and then what are they like when they go out into the world? You know what I mean? Well, then they're always looking for somebody to fight their battles and everything, and then they never actually, like, really face anything. And then what does that, think about, what does that do to you through your whole life if you never have to actually, like, face anything? Also,
really quick before you go, Maddie, even though we promote the culture, let's say 85% of the kids become tattletales, there's still 15% of the kids who will just punch you in the face. Like it's not, it's not prepared. Eventually you're going to bump into somebody if you're the tattletale kid who is just like, I don't care. And now I'm going to knock your teeth out, and you will be completely unprepared for that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, that's
Like,
exactly what I was getting at. Is like, how does that serve you like as you get older and older and older? Because then you're always just going to be looking for somebody to fight your battles for you.
And eventually somebody's going to kick you in the face.
Yeah, you learn like zero conflict resolution that way.
Yeah.
Right.
You really don't.
Unbelievable.